Hello, this is Ivy and Leah on our first day of officially working on the project Enclosure.
We tried to work on our dovetails by using our old pieces from our original design, and it didn't really work.
So our original design was with screws. We decided screws are for losers, and so we're doing dovetails, but turns out it's very difficult. And another thing we decided was two sides, since they can't be laser cut, are going to be 3D printed, and then the other two sides will be laser cut, and then the top and bottom are not going to be dovetailed, they're going to be bracketed.
We successfully assembled our dovetails.
Yes, on SolidWorks, and Dr. Shields said that we can not 3D print those sides, we can shoot the laser cutter. Everything I did yesterday, it's lost, and it should be here, but I lost it, so now I have to unmate and refix all of this stuff, which is really frustrating. We
made the wiki,
and then we fixed the bottom, and then assembled the whole thing together and made some brackets, so we're almost done with our assembly. We just gotta screw some holes, put some screws in them. Hello. Guess what just happened? Oh, the screen actually looks a little different now. This is our beautiful error recovery page. Doesn't that look nice?
well, we tried to build stuff and then one of our computers shut down.
We were putting on the brackets. We were so close. Now we're in limbo where one computer has all of them open, but it's broken. So if you open them on the other computer, it says they're read-only, and if you try and save them, you can't. Today we essentially completed our assembly, but what happened?
We thought we had a little problem with our brackets and we would not be able to assemble it, but turns out we can glue the nuts on the inside and then screw it all together
and hopefully print and cut the pieces and actually build it. Today we printed our first ever piece. Get a nice little view of that.
We put our SolidWorks thing into a drawing and
it was super awesome. We didn't have to convert or anything. It just poof, right out of that little machine right there.
We laser cut our top for our box and we printed a bracket which we're putting in this.
So we sink it in. Delicious.
Hey.
We're coming to you live through our Arduino enclosure. No, we're out of it now. We got a lot done today.
We got some of the holes fixed on this because they were too small, so the screws didn't fit.
It turns out you can drill even after laser cutting, which is really nice because it solves a lot of problems. We did the same thing here
with the switch, because the actual switch we have is not the same as the one in SolidWorks. Oh yeah, yesterday we discovered our brackets didn't work.
Yeah, and we figured out it's because this red is not as thick as we thought it was. It's actually like 0.5 millimeter less, which makes a considerable difference. Our real problem is that this doesn't really have room.
This doesn't quite fit on.
We would just like to say we just sanded down our Arduino on this little part and it fits perfectly now, so mission accomplished on that front.
Okay, we drilled some holes because our Arduino didn't fit before and we needed to make sure it would fit and the box could come together.
We re-drilled the holes instead of laser cutting it.
We printed a bracket with the A to see if it would work and are finishing up the wiki. We're waiting to see if the bracket will fit. It's in the solution.
I just prepared the buttons and panel mounted things to be soldered today at lunch. Right now we're soldering our pieces so we can put them on top of the Arduino.
Ivy told me I need to be louder. We made a bracket yesterday, but it didn't actually fit because we never changed the dimensions.
It turns out we put an A on it so we would know which side was shorter, so there was like an A on this side, not on this side, but we never changed that side, so they were both 20 millimeters. Today we made a new one, and we printed it and it's in the solution.
I worked on the wiki today.
These washers are gifts that were delivered to our box this morning from Dr. Shields as an innovation for the project.
Ivy spent all of class today putting together our box and then it didn't work, but it was because she put a dead battery in.
Yeah.
We found out our brackets worked and we printed 3 more.
Yeah, and it was pretty great. What do you have to say about this, Leah?
It looks pretty awesome.
It's just as we dreamt it, only after 4 renditions of brackets. We're gonna need to take it apart because it's not assembled in a way that you can just unplug the battery without taking it apart a little bit, which is a bummer, but Gives us something to think about for the next thing we make.
Nation business, a modern piece of glasswork down on the corner that you walk each day in passing. The